everybody, happy Taco Days. My name is Christopher T. Magician, the T stands for taco, and if you're tuning in, this is the second video in a 25-part series. Every day for 25 days I'm going to be sharing a video with Christmas and holiday themed routines, and today we're going to play everybody's favorite holiday game show. It's the game we all play every year at this time of year. You know the game I'm talking about. In fact, everybody, let's all say the name together. We're going to play Fruitcake or Brick. That's right, it's Fruitcake or Brick. That's the game where you have to try to decide if it's a fruitcake or a brick. Because if you've ever eaten a fruitcake, you know that it is impossible to tell the difference between a fruitcake or a brick. You get the idea. Now here's how the game works. All you have to do is keep your eyes, or keep one eye on this brick right here. Keep your other eye on this brick, and then keep your other eye on this brick. How many eyes do you guys have? Two. Oh, two. That's too many. Okay. We'll get rid of one of these. I'll place it over here out of the way so it doesn't distract. Now, in fact, you know what? We'll make this game a little easier. We're going to not even focus on the bricks at all. All you have to do is keep your eye right here on the fruitcake. Watch the fruitcake. That's all you got to do. I'm going to make it a little harder though. I'm going to turn that fruitcake around so you can't see it. Then I mix them up with the bricks. And all you have to do is figure out where the fruitcake is. Right, that's a little obvious, so we'll make it a little harder. We'll turn around a brick, and now I'll mix them up. And now really, you have no idea where the fruit cake is. So who wants to take a guess? If you guess where the fruit cake is, you win a prize. All right, let's see. Over there, what do you want? What you think this is the fruit cake? Oh, I'm so sorry. That's a brick. You lose. But the good news is the prize is a fruit cake. So you actually kind of dodged a bullet there. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make it a little easier. I'll get rid of one of these bricks. Okay. So we have the brick and we have the fruit cake. See if you can keep track of where it is. Okay, who thinks they know? Where is the fruitcake? Over here. Yep, congratulations, you lost. That's right, no fruitcake for you. Lucky. Okay. Last time, I'm afraid whoever wins this is gonna get the prize. I'm so sorry. All right, who knows where the fruitcake is? Where do you think? Right here? Yes, you got it. That is the fruitcake. But I don't want you to have to go home with a fruitcake. That would be awful. So let's use a little magic. And there we go. We made it so everybody wins. Yes. Nobody has to go home with the fruitcake. Actually, the reason everybody wins is because the fruitcake disappeared. It flew through the air and landed over here inside the perfect holiday receptacle. That's right, the trash can. That's where it belongs. When the fruitcake's in the trash can, then everybody wins. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our time for fruitcake or brick. Woo! All right, so this is a routine based on the classic Jolly Polly. There's Peg Leg Pete by Tim Sonnefeld. There's Lucy Strikes Gold for Sammy Smith by Sammy Smith. So there's all sorts of different tricks based on this principle, which I call the Jolly Polly principle. And basically what you have, first of all, you have a picture of a fruitcake, and the back is a brick. So fruitcake, brick. These basically I put them on Microsoft Word. I blew them up to the size I wanted. I gave them a little border. And then I just got them printed out on nice cardstock. And then in between is a piece of illustration board. Or these are, I moved on from illustration board. Now I'm going to comic book stores and you get magazine backer boards because they're pre-cut. So it's basically the same material, but they're pre-cut to the size of an 8.5 by 11 sheet. You can find different ones depending on what size sheet you use, but at least here in America, the traditional paper size is 8.5 inches by 11 inches. All right, so you have one that's a fruitcake and it's a brick on the back. You have another one that's a brick, and on the back is the finale, which is the fruitcake inside a trash can. Again, I just like crappily, is that a word? I shoddily did this on like a Photoshop on Microsoft Word, so I just sort of made that happen. So it's a fruitcake in a trash can on the back of a brick. And then finally we have two pictures of bricks, and these are just normal pictures, meaning they have a little back design. I just designed a little back design for them. So we have two normal pictures of bricks. We have the picture of the fruitcake with a brick on the back, and then finally we have the brick with the fruitcake, the finale picture, fruitcake and a trash can. So I put them in this order. Fruitcake, regular brick, the brick with the finale, the trash can on the back, and then another brick. All right? So these all go in. The last thing you need is some sort of bag. You can also use an envelope, but I like a nice bag, so at the end, it's very obvious that it's empty, which I'll show you in a minute. So I leave these in the bag, and I always present them with the back facing out. It just gives more credence psychologically to the idea that, oh, they all have backs. All right. So we bring these out, play the fruit cake or brick game, and then you fan them out and you see that there is a brick, a brick, a brick. And this is the joke I always use. It's a terrible joke, but it gives me the excuse for getting rid of one of these bricks. And that is, all you have to do is keep one eye on this brick, keep one eye on this brick, and keep your other eye on this brick. How many eyes do you have? You have two. Okay, let's get rid of one of these. So what we're going to do is get rid of the one with the fruit cake and trash can on the back. So we get rid of that, making sure you don't turn it around to show that. So put that inside the bag. And then what you want to do before you put it down is you just want to turn it around. And here's how I do it. I just say, in fact, don't watch the bricks. Just keep your eye on the fruitcake. And notice I just turned it around in that process. So now this, face in the audience, is the trash can picture, which I now place face down on the table. And I try not to even to give it much attention, because that's supposed to be a surprise. So just toss it aside. All right. So here's the big move. If you do Jolly Polly or any trick like that, this is the big move. What you're going to do is a double lift of the top two pictures. So here's how I do it. I fan them out, and when I square them back up, I put my finger between that back picture and the middle one. So right there, I square them up. So my finger's right there. Here's the two, and there's the one in the back. And that just basically puts that in my hand so I could pick up the two and turn them around. All right, so we fan it out. Put my finger between the back one and the middle one, turn that around. And so what I just did is I turned around the top two, even though the audience thinks it's just the top one. Because when you fan it out again, they see two bricks and what they think is fruitcake. This is actually a brick. This is actually the brick with the fruitcake right there. All right? Might as well do it one more time. All right, so there it is. And then I turn it around, two around, spread it out, and it looks like I just turned around the fruitcake. But again, the fruitcake's right here. I do the joke of mixing them up and then realizing, oh wait, that's dumb. So I'm gonna turn around another one. It's easy enough. Just make sure you turn around the brick. That's just the brick. Don't turn around the one with the fruitcake, okay? So now you have two turn around, mix it up, mix it up, mix it up. The audience guesses. Whichever one they guess, you show. And they got it wrong. What I like about this version of this trick is that technically losing is winning, because you don't win a fruitcake. So it's kind of fun that you're losing. Like, I'm hoping that you lose so you don't win the terrible prize. So once you show that and they realize they got it wrong, you put it back and you get rid of the guilty one. That's the one with the fruitcake. So the first one you get rid of is the fruitcake one. Mix them up again. They think one is a fruitcake, one is a brick. Which one do they pick? It doesn't matter. Again, you show it, they got it wrong. Now you put that one away. And then finally you mix this one up, and I like to pretend like they got it right. You got the fruitcake, but you know what? I don't want you to have to take that prize, so let's do a little magic. So instead of saying, no, you got it wrong, you know, I like to say, like, you got it right, but let's do a little magic and make that disappear. And then all you have to do, now if you want, you can fan these out to show that they're all bricks now, but I kind of want to take attention off of them because it's not perfect, because it's, you know, you got the guilty part right there. So I just leave. You saw them, they're all gone. But you can fan them out if you want. But then all you do is you come back over here, grab the bag, open it up, and what's nice about using a cloth bag like this is it is obvious that it's empty when you release it. So there's nothing there. And so there is your fruitcake in a trash can. That is my version of Jolly Polly for the holidays, which I call fruitcake or brick. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for another video for this 25 days of taco Christmas fun. I need to come up with a better name than that. Bye!